Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Thursday. This is Game Day Live, coming to you live from American Whiskey, 51 Edison Place, across the street from Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza. Devils Rangers tonight. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Vinnie, Parise out in Chicago, and Shorts Guy from the highest point of New Jersey. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. As the Devils, they come slumping in, playing the New York Rangers. I was hoping you guys would take. I was hoping you would take over on it.
I'm a little.
Go ahead.
I'm taken back by you said they were slumping in. It was one loss.
I don't know. It's so loud here. I can't even hear. I could barely hear you guys. I could barely hear myself in my ear. American Whiskey. It is just absolutely crazy right now. Of people. All the Ranger fans think I work behind the bar. They're asking for drinks, and then I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get it for you," and then just walk away and give them a Ranger suck fortune cookie. 'Cause that's what we're giving up.
Keep it up.
That's very, very funny. Slumping into the game is one way to put it. They did lose the last time that they played on Tuesday night against the Washington Capitals. Caps got their number this year. If they miss the playoffs by 5 points or less, playoffs by 5 points or less, there are going to be two groups of people. There are going to be people that blame it on the Anaheim, San Jose, Columbus losses, where like the bad teams. And then there are going to be groups of people who are like, well, we did better against Washington. We would have got into the playoffs. Yeah, that's going to end up being how it goes. Of course, the people also who blame the GM, people who blame the coach, whatever the case may be, there are lots of things to blame when you miss the playoffs. But I am a little more optimistic. If they get good goaltending, they'll win. If they don't give up 1,000 shots, they can win. They didn't play particularly well in the second period of the Stadium Series game. I wasn't as locked in to the Capitals game as I normally am, as I was traveling home from the said Stadium Series weekend. But, I did watch all the highlights, and I'm pretty caught up on what went down in that game. I understand what happened. You come into a game like this against the New York Rangers, you might be getting a break in terms of some things happening with their lineup. But, you lost to them last time. They're on an 8-game winning streak. That has to end at some point. This is a chance for the Devils to kind of pull together a really good win. And then if they win this, it's like, okay, you won 2 of your last 3 games with one stinker in the middle. Let's go forward into the trade deadline with some momentum. But that Caps game was tough.
Yeah, it was tough. Just like you, I didn't see much of it because I was playing myself on Tuesday night. I saw a bunch of the score updates and got some text messages about how bad it looked. So, I'm really hoping that the Devils can do better tonight. Getting 6 out of 6 Metro points would have been phenomenal. But again, we got to remember this is a Metro Division lineup. This is another Metro Division matchup, I should say, not lineup. And it's another 4-point game tonight, so they have to win this game. Like, these are the points that are going to really matter come the end of the season. So, plus it's bragging rights. Like, come on, we got to beat the Rangers. Like their streak. You're right. Their streak has to end at some point. And one of my teammates last night cheersed me, knowing that I'm a Devils fan. He's like, "Here's to 9 games tomorrow night." And I looked at him and I was like, I'd be careful there, Mikey. He's actually a really good friend of the podcast. So he does watch. He is a fan, but even he said after he cheers to the Rangers' 9th win, he's probably like, yeah, I'd probably just drink my team for that. I'm like, yeah, I hope you did, Mike. I really hope you did.
Well, it's always like this. Oh, we'll make it 9 straight. That little fake laugh. You guys have no fans.
I mean, anybody who says the Devils don't have fans after this last weekend, I honestly think, do you watch hockey at all?
I think what we found out that weekend is a lot of Devils fans have moved on to other places, other states. A lot of friends that I haven't seen in a long time have moved on, and they actually have to fly in. So, I blame the politicians for that. They make New Jersey so expensive, but the Devils fan in you never leaves in your heart. And they all came back. They all came back last weekend.
You know what was weird about the Stadium Series game? I have a lot of friends on Facebook that I don't know personally, just through the show and through social media presence and being a part of the Devils community. It seems like every single person that is somewhat of a Devils fan found their way to MetLife Stadium over the weekend. And I thought that was just, I'm talking, when I went on Facebook and Instagram, story after story after story, pictures all over the place. Everyone and their mother went to the Stadium Series game between the New Jersey Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers. I honestly, I can't even think of anybody I know that's associated with that team that did not find their way into that game.
Yeah, I would agree. There was, even on cruising around on Instagram, I saw a lot of people that were there. I had a lot of friends that were actually at Saturday, and I had a bunch that were at the game on Sunday as well. So a lot of people were there. And why would you want to miss that is the question I have. Like, yeah, the sight lines aren't great. Yeah, it may not be the best view. It's not the best way to watch a hockey game. But why would you want to miss that atmosphere? You're basically paying to be there for the fun of it. And that's what we should be doing as fans. We should be going to games for the fun of it. And Saturday was for the fun of it. And I just was told via text message that is because it was cold. It wasn't that cold. I still had shorts on.
You were still shorts guy that day. You weren't warm jacket guy. But you know what? It just goes to show, like, the NHL is going to milk the Devils through the Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier era. We'll see you in a Stadium Series or a Winter Classic in 2027 NHL. That's not anything I think is going to surprise too many people. I actually have heard from people that 2027 is actually a year that the Devils could host another outdoor game, and it wouldn't shock me at all. They're going to milk this thing. The league learned a lot about itself over the weekend, and the Devils are a part of it, and I love it.
Yeah, we had a bigger conversation on Sunday night on the big show about how they could, with the cooperation of the NHL, they could do a Winter Classic at MetLife Stadium if they schedule it properly. And it's just something that they have to figure out, but it could potentially be a Winter Classic. And I think it would be fantastic to have a Winter Classic, MetLife Stadium, Devils Rangers Winter Classic. Tell me that wouldn't be some prime time television right there.
No, that would be incredible. I mean, they played 2 Stadium Series games, home team for both, one against the Rangers, one against the Flyers, the 2 biggest rivals. I don't think it's, out of the question at all that this team could get a Winter Classic. And you figure by like 2027, they'll kind of be out of this like still building while being good type of deal that they get. Like last year they traded for Meyer, but that was very much a long-term piece. They didn't buy any rentals last year. Like there was no rentals. Did they even trade for anybody else besides Meyer last year? I don't really think they did. But like when they acquired Meyer, it was like, this is a guy that's going to be part of the team for a long time. There was no, trading. I'm trying to think of an example from last year, like when Vegas traded for Barbashev. I know he ended up staying long term, but that wasn't part of the plan.
When the Rangers brought in what's his face from Chicago? I can't draw on a freaking blank right now. When they brought in Patty Kane.
Patrick Kane, exactly.
Patty Kane. It's like that was a rental that's a rental that didn't work. They brought in another stupid rental too that didn't work.
Vladimir Tarasenko.
Yep.
Yeah,
they worked out really well. Yeah,
and the Blues used to do rentals. Like they would bring in Ryan Miller or they would trade for this guy. The Blackhawks were the kings of the rentals. When they won the Cup in 2015, they brought in Antoine Vermette and who was the other guy? Kimmo Timonen. They were doing rentals all over the place. The Devils, they're not there yet. They weren't there last year. They're definitely not there this year. If they trade for somebody before the deadline, it would be like a goaltender or a defenseman that they'd like to keep long term. So, by 2027, though, that might be a type of year where it's like it is Stanley Cup or bust. We're trading for rentals. That might be the case then. But right now, that's just not.
And I really feel like that Fitzy's building a team where they may not even need to bring in a rental. Like a rental would be a nice option if it was there, but I feel like they're building out a team that's just going to be a solid team to where rentals may not be needed unless it was something you really just couldn't pass up. But this seems to be the beginnings of a team that's just going to be a solid team top to bottom, and a rental player would just be unneeded.
100%. Did you see what Vegas did today?
No, I missed it. What they did?
They put Mark Stone on long-term injured reserve again, and Eichel is already there. $17 million in cap space freed up. At the trade deadline, they are going to load up.
Yep.
And then on April 15th, oh, wow, Mark,
They're
Jack,
magically
welcome
cured.
back. Welcome back, Mark Stone
Yeah.
and Jack Eichel. Let's go win the Stanley Cup again. You know what?
Yeah.
It's been
the
collectively
Tampa Bay
bargained
way.
that's legal. The Tampa Bay way, exactly.
And I'll tell you what, the one team that would do it and get zapped by the league for it would be us.
Yes.
We would somehow, just like with the Kovalchuk deal, we would do that, and the league would be like, "Oh no, you cheated bringing in guys you shouldn't have. You didn't win the cup this year." It's like, of course they would do that, but that's just my prediction. I hope I'm wrong, and I'm probably wrong, but it would not surprise me if the league went after us for doing it after everyone else has done it.
Every time I hear Kovalchuk's name, I just get like a little shake. Like it's like double emotion. Man, was he fun to watch, and the second was like, damn, did that suck. It's like a jolt, like I'm being pulled in opposite directions.
I don't have that reaction. I dislike Parise more than I dislike him.
Really?
I do.
It's because you love me so much, and you're like, I can't have two favorite Parise.
It's exactly it, Vinny. It's exactly it.
Without Zach Parise, I would not be here. I stand by that. I would not be here.
Well, I'm glad he was here to bring you here, because now we have this great pregame podcast that we do every game. So I'm thankful for him being on the team to have you around.
You just hate him now, which I get. I'm actually going to go see him next Thursday. He's coming to Chicago for the last time ever. So
okay,
I will be seeing him one more time in his career.
That's worth going. Worth going to.
100%. Sam, you look like you got something to say.
No, not really. What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about how wonderful of a leader of men that you are with running this show, and we're super grateful that you're always here for us.
Oh, okay. Yep. Do you guys want to watch me give away Rangers Suck fortune cookies to Ranger fans?
Yes, I would very much like to see you give away Rangers Suck.
Be right back.
Be right back, says Sam Wu. They play the New York Rangers, Shorts Guy, in the Stadium Series game the following day that we touched on. Artemi Panarin scored the overtime game-winning goal after they erased the largest deficit in the history of an outdoor game. It wasn't the largest deficit in the history of an outdoor game. It was the largest overcoming of a deficit in an outdoor game. They ended up winning the game. They tied it late. They won it in overtime. Panarin's a G. He's questionable for this game, though. It's actually probably looking like he's not going to play, if I'd guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a just a typical Islanders destruction, self-destruction, whatever you want to call it. And the Rangers were able to come back. I was really surprised that they kept Shesterkin in for that game. And as soon as that goal was scored, I was watching with my parents, and as soon as that goal was scored, even though it looked like it could have been a little questionable with the net coming off, I was like, yeah, no, that's going to count, just because of the way it went in. So the Rangers had that emotional win. I don't know if they've played. I'm assuming they've played since. Oh, yeah, they have played since then, I got to assume. I don't pay attention to them much, so. But, yeah, I think it's time for the Devils to maybe knock them down a peg or two, if possible, tonight. They're coming in on that streak, and streaks have to come to an end at some point. Even the Edmonton Oilers streak came to an end. This is one of those games, whether they're streaking or not. This is one of those games that has so much emotion to it that it could go either way. It could really go either way. And I'm assuming, even though we don't really have confirmation yet, that Nico Dawes will be starting in net for us, which I would be more comfortable with him than I'm going to say his name wrong, Proutier. So that's got to be who we're going to see. And if the Devils can get back to that defensive style of play that we've seen, aside from that Caps game, it's going to be a good, tight game. And they need these points. They desperately need these points.
Sam, how did giving away Rangers Suck fortune cookies go?
Now they're doing their little gimmicky goal song. Right?
Hey, this song sucks. This song sucks. This song sucks. Hey, 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 hey. This
Yeah.
song is so bad.
No, it actually goes, Rangers suck.
Yeah, I
Here,
saw
you guys
videos
wanna,
of that.
You guys want to sing a song? You want to sing a song?
What?
If you
What?
know the Rangers suck,
Rangers
clap
suck,
your
clap.
hands. If you know the Rangers suck, clap your hands.
Your hands.
If you know
If
the
you know
Rangers
the Rangers
suck and they'll
and
never win the cup.
cup.
If you know
If you
the
know the
Rangers
Rangers
suck,
suck,
clap your hands.
clap your hands.
That is bad television programming right there
Yeah.
with two people in two different places singing the song off tune with each other, but
Oh yeah,
that's how much we hate them. Oh, I can't
Oh.
stand them.
I can't either.
What a
And-
joke of a team.
And I have really good friends that are Ranger fans. I luck out because they're not jerks, and we can give each other some crap about our teams, which is really what you want. But
Yeah, of
there
course.
are and I even have family members that are Ranger fans. So but there are a bunch of fans that are just so annoying, and this team, I just cannot stand this team.
This is
one of
how
those
you
teams
could
that I
tell
hate.
who's a bad Ranger fan and who's a good Ranger fan, or at least tolerable. The Ranger fan will say, Rangers. That's how they pronounce it. Rangers. So when they do the let's go Rangers, that's when you know they're an a-hole.
Yep.
That's awesome. You think David Putty will be there today?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I
Sam
just
is
feel
going to
like
have
he's
to tell
always
us.
there when they play the Rangers.
Sam's going to have to tell us
Yeah,
from the
Sam.
inside.
You sitting,
Yeah,
you sitting glass seats today,
Yeah, I'm
Sam?
actually sitting with Tom today. This is row 2, baby.
Yeah, of course, Sam's in row 2.
Yeah.
Nope. Sam's in row 2.
Yeah,
not
the
up,
one-
not up the
The
helicopter.
one game that Shorts Guy doesn't go to, is that's when Tom has like these great Rangers Devils tickets ready to
Yep,
go for us.
yep. Yeah, it's not like we've
That's
seen you
incredible.
in row 2 before, Sam.
Yeah.
It's not like row 2 is
Maybe
not
I'll
a
be
constant
buddies
for
with
you.
Tom, just like Beer Baron. You know, find out what kind of stuff Beer Baron talks behind my back.
That's incredible. Guys, the Stadium Series, thank you for creating this podcast. That was truly one of the greatest days of all time. Like from
Oh, it was
beginning, from me, Beer Baron, and Katie standing in the parking lot, waiting for you guys to roll up in the cars, and hearing the Gaslight Anthem practice How Alive after the goal horn, standing there for like 45 minutes, up until the end of the day where we were packing up at the end after the game. It was just truly fun from beginning to end. What a day. What a day. I know you guys
yeah,
probably
absolutely.
recapped it 100 times on the Sunday
I'm
show.
still
and-
exhausted. I'm still exhausted from
I'm
that
still
game.
Yeah.
a little tired too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got,
it was a long day.
no doubt.
You know, there's there's a thing called long COVID. I have long tailgate.
Long tailgate. Did you guys have
we were-
windburn?
I did, yes. I did on Monday morning.
I shaved
Sunday,
yesterday,
Monday.
and I noticed the color was a little off. Like right here, I was like, I really had some windburn. Holy crap!
I didn't have any issues.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
It must have been my people's genetics.
I was.
You know.
Thank you for saying it.
No. You know. Think about it. The Himalayas, highest mountains on Earth.
I mean,
Sure,
you're the one
Sam.
handing out Rangers suck fortune cookies, so
Oh.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Well,
So-
that's what I
so
told
that-
Kevin. What I told Kevin at American Whiskey. I could get away with it just because I can.
Yep,
That's true.
yep.
That is true.
That's true.
Certain people can get away
That's
with
true.
stuff, and you're one of them, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam, you are the Trey Parker and Matt Stone of the Let's Go Devils podcast. You could just say whatever you want.
Max is saying that NHL scouts present at the game tonight: Canucks, Sharks, Flames, Wild, Blues, Senators, and Predators.
Let me ask you guys something. Am I the only one in the world that reads all those updates on Twitter every single year? You know, every game has this scout, 15 different scouts, and I do not care. I just don't care because like every team is scouting every game, no matter regardless if they have people in the building. It wouldn't be hard for ex-GM, the GM of the Sharks, the GM of the Kings, the GM of the Ducks. It wouldn't be hard for them to tune into the Devils game and just watch it on TV and understand from that what players they like. It wouldn't be hard for a European scout to tune into a SKA St. Petersburg game. I think it's St. Petersburg that Gritsuk plays for. Like one of, any other prospect that, I don't know. It just never really tickled me to read how many scouts are at the games, because you also never really find out later what correlation it had, these scouts being at certain games. But it always is interesting to see who's lurking where.
Yeah, it's interesting, and plus you got 2 Metro Division teams, so you can knock out 2 teams in one division in one game by flying out for this. So
yeah,
it is what it is. We'll see if anything comes of it. But this is their job. They get to go to games. They get to watch other teams play.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully it turns out to be where these scouts watch the New Jersey Devils kick the crap out of the New York Rangers.
Yeah.
That's the hope.
I think we're at that time, Vinny.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Here for what?
Were you saying, was it going to be predictions?
Predictions, yeah.
I'm here for it. Are you saying you want me to read the predictions from the YouTube channel aloud?
Sure.
I would love to
Vinnie,
read the...
Vinnie, before you do that, before you read those predictions, so if you haven't put your predictions into the YouTube chat, please put them in there. Vinnie, I believe before you read them, you should you have a sip of something before you read them?
Oh. You want me to talk about Crew Brew? I got to have Crew Brew for the first time ever over the weekend, and it was delicious. Join our crew and drink Crew Brew, where we make winning memories one crew at a time. Crew Brew. I have Crew Brew coming back to Illinois from New Jersey in a month or 2 via a car, because I couldn't take it on the plane because it's illegal. Apparently, it's illegal.
Join our crew.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Join our crew.
Good stuff too.
Yeah.
It doesn't just look cool. Like it looks cool. There's no doubt. Honestly, even if the beer stunk, you'd be like, wow, this beer looks cool. I want to drink it when I'm at a Devils game. And then you take a sip of it and you're like, wow, it actually matches how cool it looks. Like it's just such a photogenic beer too. Like for those watching on the YouTube, you see like the pictures you could create with it at a Devils game. It is just outstanding. I love Crew Brew. And I'm not going to lie, guys. I expected, I don't know why, I thought the can was going to have a matte finish. I thought it was going to be like one of those types of, like, you see IPAs and like matte finish type cans. The way it was like a glossy can, I loved it.
It was originally a matte finish, but the new
was it?
glossy.
Yeah, the limited edition kind.
I'm smart. See, I'm smart. I got those eyeballs.
Yeah, it was originally a matte finish, but now it's a glossy finish. So you were right.
I think it looks better with the glossy finish, though. Am I crazy?
It is a good view. It is a good look with the glossy finish. So that's what you're gonna be getting from now on. That glossy finish look.
Very, very good. Well, I'm looking at the YouTube, and I'm not reading anybody who picks the Rangers. Like, don't do that. Don't pick the Rangers.
No, not
tonight. Don't do it. Even if like the Rangers are markedly better than the Devils, which they may or may not be right now. I can't really judge the Devils all the time because of their goaltending situation. But, the Rangers, their 3 best players are all on the wrong side of 30. Like they're on the end. They're almost done. Joseph says 6-4 Devils. Shane says 4-2 Devils. Max says 5-3 Devils. Ramona says 3-2 Devils. Ronaldo says 5-4 Devils. Meyer 2 goals and an assist. Wouldn't I love to see that?
I'd love to see it.
Made by G-Rod says 5-2 Devils. Luke has a monster game with 2 goals and 2 assists. Meyer empty netter. Love that. Selecta says 4-3 Devils. Ted says 6-5 Devils. Shorts guy, what do you think?
It's going to be a tight game. That's without a doubt. And I'm going to go, I got 2 things. One, to answer Ronaldo's question, if I had to pick, I would pick Saros over Markstrom. So that's to answer Ronaldo's question. As far as the prediction tonight, going to go 5-4 to the New Jersey Devils.
Very good. I would rather have Saros. I'd be cool with Markstrom. I would rather have Saros.
Yes.
If I'm trading Seamus Casey and I don't get Saros, I don't want it. I want nothing. I tanked the season. Don't care if they miss the playoffs. If it's trade Seamus Casey and make the playoffs but lose in the first round, or miss the playoffs but keep Seamus Casey, I would miss the playoffs and keep Seamus Casey. I watched him play in person. I've watched many Michigan games this season. I watched every USA World Junior game. That dude could be, if he's not Luke Hughes, he's a tick below. I honestly think he could be a star. Tread lightly with Seamus Casey. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. Don't let him be a star for someone else. Don't do it.
Keep the receipts.
Oh,
Sammy Wu keeps
he'll
the
go
receipts.
to Calgary. He would go to Calgary and just be their new number. Like, Hannafin's probably gone. Tanev is probably gone. They already got rid of Zadorov. Or is it Zadorov? They got rid of him
Zadorov.
already. Like, he's going to go there and be what Dougie Hamilton was. No, don't do it. Do not do it. Just saying.
All right.
And I don't think you gave your prediction.
Who, me?
What a dork
No,
I am.
Vinnie.
What
Vinnie.
The Stadium Series and the flights there and back killed all my brain cells. I think the Devils are going to beat those stinky Rangers 5-3.
Okay.
Well,
Samuel.
Max is saying that Dawes is starting. John Marino is in warm-ups.
Woo.
That's good.
John Marino in warm-ups. Got the football helmet here. But I'm supposed to give my predictions, right?
Yep.
Hold on a sec. I'll give you my prediction. 9-0 victory over the New York Rangers. 9-0.
Love it.
Yeah, 9-0.
That's incredible.
As I put it back up on the wall here. Proudly displayed here at American Whiskey. 9-0. Now, that 49-3 victory, people, you guys were making fun of me, but I actually got one of the scores right.
You did get one
The
of them
stadium
right.
game. Yeah, I did get one of them
One
right.
of them right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
All right.
I got 3 this year. And I had 0 the previous 2 years combined.
Yeah, I have none.
Joseph Lennon says
I have
9-0 was my first guess.
Sam, if they win 9-0, I will dye my hair red.
All right.
All right.
Do it.
All righty. All right, we should get out of here. I want to thank all those tuning in. Devils Rangers tonight inside the arena at Prudential Center. JoinOurCrew.com. Yes, it's not just for a tailgate. Our next event will probably be our Arizona Vegas trip, where we're going to do some podcasts outside the arena, maybe inside the arena, whatnot. We're still planning that trip, Shorts Guy. And
I know.
yeah. We're realizing how stupid we were when we were planning this trip in the beginning, but we're starting to come back strong.
Oh, yes. Yes, we are.
As all of our, Beer Baron's wife, my wife, did you get the plane tickets yet? Yeah, I'm waiting on Shorts Guy. But anyway.
Yeah, it's not always a smart decision, but that's whatever.
Yeah, and just remember, Devils After Dark after the game. Scotty of Sirius XM Liquid Metal, and I, yes, Scotty from the Michael J. Fox Studios in beautiful Beverly Hills, California. We'll be recapping the game that was, and hopefully it's something that we'll remember for the rest of our lives in a good way. Anyway, that was my stall tactic for the music.
That was very good. Very good.
Yeah, nice transition, right?
Great.
All right. Did he get a cookie? I think he's talking about the Paul Marino cookies. We'll talk about that a little bit later at a later time. Timo needs to score, says Survey. Yes, he does. All right, guys. Thank you very much. JoinOurCrew.com. Till next time, let's go Devils.